So what if every single day was a test? I'm not talking about a test with grades, but a test of your character. That's really the core idea behind a simple but incredibly profound poem by Edgar Guest, and it all comes down to one single question. A question that might just change how you look at everything you do.
And there it is. Have you earned your tomorrow? Right away, you can tell the poem isn't just asking if you cross things off your to-do list. No, it's a much deeper, much more personal challenge. It's asking you, personally, if what you did today made you worthy of the gift of another day.
So let's dig into that. What does that question really mean? Well, the poem sets it up as a kind of daily self-evaluation. It's that quiet moment at the end of the day where you look back and think about the real impact you had on the world and the people around you. Let's break down those two key words because they're everything. First, earned. That implies effort, right? Something you have to work for, something you deserve, not something you're just handed. And then tomorrow, that's not just about the next 24 hours. It's a symbol for the future, for life itself. So when you put them together, the question is really, have my actions today justified the gift of a future?
Now, what's brilliant about this poem is that it's not lecturing you. Its power comes from these gentle, probing questions. It's designed to make you do the thinking, to hold a mirror up to your own behavior without any judgment. It's really just an invitation to take a look inside.
And you might be surprised where the poem starts. It doesn't ask about some grand, heroic sacrifice. Nope. Instead, it pulls our focus right down to the simple, everyday interactions that we so often just blow past.
The very first stanza asks about these really specific, small gestures. Did you offer someone a kind word, a cheerful greeting? Did you help someone who was struggling, or just make them feel a little bit happier? I mean, these are things anyone can do, anytime, and yet they hold this incredible power.
And this right here, this gets to the absolute heart of it. The poem totally shifts our focus away from selfish ambition and points it towards selfless contribution. It suggests that a truly successful day isn't measured by what you got for yourself, but by whether you eased someone's burden or brought them even a moment of joy.
But it doesn't stop with just simple kindness. As we move into the second part of the poem, the questions, they start to get a lot more serious. We're moving out of social pleasantries and into deeper, moral, even spiritual territory.
Okay, so check out this escalation. Stanza 1 was all about social kindness, making someone smile. But stanza 2 is about spiritual consequence. It asks if your actions left a trail of pain or sorrow or regret. Suddenly, the stakes are a whole lot higher.
This is where the poem gets really, really deep. It's arguing that our actions aren't just things we do on the outside. They are direct reflections of our inner character, of our moral compass, of our very soul. How we treat other people becomes the ultimate testament to who we really are.
And that brings us to this incredibly powerful idea. Tomorrow is framed as a spiritual prize. It's not something we're automatically entitled to. It's something that has to be justified every single day through genuine compassion and empathy. It's a heavy thought for sure, but it's also a really inspiring one.
So how in the world does Edgar Guest create such a huge impact with such simple language? Well, it's all in the craftsmanship. Let's peek inside his poetic toolkit and see how the style makes the message hit so hard.
The style is simple and direct on purpose. Guest uses this really conversational tone, which makes these huge, profound questions feel accessible to absolutely everyone. He uses repetition to create a kind of rhythm, and he keeps hitting us with rhetorical questions to pull us in, making us participants, not just readers.
And if we break it down even further, you can see how every little choice has a purpose. Those rhetorical questions, they force us to look inward. Little bits of alliteration, like in cheerful greeting, add this gentle musical quality. And that constant repetition of did you, it just hammers home that these are daily, conscious choices we all have to make.
If you take away just one thing about the poem's technique, let it be this core metaphor. Life, the future, tomorrow, it's all presented as a conditional gift. And our good deeds today, that's the currency we use to qualify for that gift. It's such a simple but incredibly effective way to frame our moral responsibility.
All right, let's bring all this together. What's the ultimate message here? How do we actually apply this idea of earning our tomorrow to our own lives?
When you boil it all down, the poem's power really comes from three main themes: our moral responsibility to each other, our deep interconnectedness as people, and the fact that time is so fleeting.
It's a wake-up call that our actions matter, that we affect each other profoundly, and that today is the only real chance we have to make a positive impact. So in the end, this poem isn't some heavy-handed rulebook. It's more like a gentle nudge, a quiet reminder to think about our purpose, to practice generosity, and to recognize the duty we have to the other people sharing this world with us.
And that brings us right back to where we started, with this one question. But now, it feels a bit heavier, doesn't it? It's not just some abstract idea anymore. It's a concrete challenge, a call to action for every single one of us, right now. So, what will you do today to truly earn your tomorrow?